Doolan hands the ball off to Carl Hobbs. Hobbs crosses the timeline. He's being guarded by Dildy. He goes to his right. Man-to-man defense for the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. Bounce pass, top of the key. Alex Innes driving down the lane. He throws it up, and it goes in. Connecticut 2, Western Kentucky 0. Alex Innes 1 for 1 on the evening. Western Kentucky has the ball, and Connecticut playing a full-court man-to-man press. It's Dildy dribbling up the court, being guarded by Doolan. Going to his left, passes a pass to teammate number 33, Tony Wilson. Wilson hands it off to Reese. Reese with a jumper from 20. No good. Rebound, Carl Hobbs. Hobbs dribbling the ball up the court on the right side, looking for Mike McKay. Bounce pass to McKay. Goes away from McKay. Turnover by Carl Hobbs, and the Big Red will get the ball for Western Kentucky. 19 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the first half. It's Connecticut 2, Western Kentucky 0. Harold Darak along with Jeff Dobek. And Western Kentucky's controlling the ball. Dildy drives all the way up to the top of the key, throws up a shot. It bounces off the rim. No good. Rebound off the hands of Mike McKay, and it will be controlled by the Hilltoppers. Calling for the ball is Tony Wilson. Wilson calling out a play. Pass over to teammate Ray. Ray out to Dildy. Dildy out and around to Reese. And Reese back into the corner to Wilson. Long jumper, air ball. Rebound, Mike McKay. McKay outlets the pass to Bobby Doolan. Doolan on left side trying to go around Reese. He can't do so. Pulls up and hands the ball over to number 14, Carl Hobbs. Hobbs to Thompson. Thompson from 25, in and out. Rebound underneath by Craig McCormick. And Western Kentucky's bringing the ball back the other way. WK going from left to right on the radio dial. The Huskies going from right to left. Pass underneath to Ray. Jumper over Corny Thompson. No good. Rebound pulled down by Doolan. Doolan racing up the court. It's a 2-on-2. He loses control of the ball. Regains control. Now it's on the ground. A scrap for it, and it'll be a jump ball right by the Connecticut circle with Bobby Doolan and one of two Western Kentucky players. I believe it's going to be Craig McCormick.
Both teams opening tonight in man-to-man defenses. We saw a lot of that last night as well.
Ball control by Western Kentucky with no problem. McCormick with a 1-foot advantage over Mike McKay. Dildy races down the court, pass left side to Reese. Long jumper, in and out, rebound McKay. McKay with a long out with the Carl Hobbs. He's wide open underneath, but he gets a beautiful play by Reese, who knocks the ball out of bounds as Hobbs really kind of loafed to the basket. Didn't think anyone was by him. Reese raced right behind him, knocked the ball away, and Connecticut will control it underneath their own basket. 18 minutes, 11 seconds to go in the first half. Connecticut up by 2-0. Hobbs inbounds the ball to McKay. Jumper from 20, in and out. Rebound by Rick Ray of Western Kentucky. Kentucky controlling the basket, the rebounds much throughout this first half so far. Turnaround jumper by McCormick. It's in and out. Rebound, Corny Thompson. Western Kentucky still unable to get on the board, much like last night. And there's a foul on the play as Hobbs is driving up the court. It looks like they're going to call it on number 42, Craig McCormick. Last night, I believe it was 2 minutes and 10 seconds into the game before either team, Western Kentucky or St. Louis, scored. And tonight, it's much the same way. It's Connecticut 2-0. McKay inbounds the ball in front of the press area. Pass over to Carl Hobbs. Hobbs bounce pass back to McKay and back to Hobbs. Hobbs stops. Had a notion to shoot. Left side to Bobby Doolan. Out top to Corny Thompson. Out and around to Mike McKay. And the Huskies passing it around the perimeter as Western Kentucky goes into a 2-3 zone alignment. Corny Thompson, top of the key, left side, Doolan, wide open from 20, swish! Connecticut 4, Western Kentucky 0. Connecticut still pressing, and it's Dildy dribbling up the court and racing past Bobby Doolan, and a whistle on the play and a foul going to be called on Bobby Doolan. That's his first and the team's first. And since it'll be a possession foul, Western Kentucky will take the ball underneath their own basket. Kevin Dildy is the playmaking ball player here tonight. Pass stolen by Corny Thompson on the inbounds. He hands it over to Chuck Alexinis, who passes the ball to Carl Hobbs, and Connecticut's bringing it the other way. Hobbs calling out a play. Dribbles up to the three-point circle, right side to Mike McKay, back to Hobbs. Hobbs looking to shoot, passing it back to McKay, and passing around the left side this time to Bobby Doolan. Loud pass underneath Alexinis. Turnaround jumper hits the corner of the backboard. Goes out of bounds, but it's going to be controlled by Connecticut as it was tipped by Kevin Dildy on the shot. So a partial block for Dildy, and Connecticut will control the ball. Hobbs bounce passes into Mike McKay. McKay over to Corny Thompson. Thompson looking to pass to someone who's open. He hands the ball over to Carl Hobbs. Hobbs now dribbling out in front. Left side to Doolan. Back to Hobbs. Top of the key to Thompson. Right side to Mike McKay. Loud pass underneath, but a foul on the play. McKay was looking for Alex Innes, and there's going to be a foul called on number 33, Tony Wilson.
UConn trying to establish the inside game, trying to put it into Chuck Alexinis right away. It took them a little while last night to do that, but it seems that they want to get it in early this time.
Hobbs inbounding the ball, left side to Bobby Doohan. And Connecticut, as you said, Jeff, looking to get the ball inside, which is a very good sign, trying to get Western Kentucky to have a lot of fouls here. Bobby Doohan, front, top of the key, swish as he takes a 20-footer. Nice shot by Bobby. For him, it's 4 points on the evening. And there's a whistle on the play and a foul underneath. As I believe they're going to call a foul on Connecticut. Alex Innes getting called for a loose ball foul. And that's the second team foul for Connecticut. 16 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the first half. It's Connecticut 6, Western Kentucky 0. Dildy dribbling the ball across the timeline, left side to Wilson. Wilson looking underneath, gets it out front to Reese. Reese holds the ball up, back out to Dildy. Dildy guarded very tightly by Doohan. Pass over to Wilson. Wilson shot up, no good. It's controlled by Chuck Alex Innes. Ball over to Carl Hobbs. Hobbs looking to drive, and there's a whistle on the play, and Kevin Dildy will be called for a foul.
That'll be the third foul called on the University of Kentucky tonight. That's Dildy's first. And again, the Huskies will inbound it on the outside.
Carl Hobbs controlling the ball. Western Kentucky now in his zone, still 2-1-2. Pass to Corny Thompson. Thompson driving down the middle. Shot blocked and picked up by Mike Reese. Reese on a 2-on-2. Right side to Dildy. Dildy with a layup up and in. And Western Kentucky, after 4 minutes and 4 seconds, finally gets on the board. It's Connecticut 6, Western Kentucky 2. The Huskies defense very good tonight, as it's been all season. Thompson right side to McKay. McKay looking underneath for Chuck. Back out to Thompson and over to Carl Hobbs. Hobbs bounce pass on the left side to Doohan. Doohan out front to Thompson. Thompson to Hobbs. Long jumper. No good. Rebound Mike McKay. McKay gets the ball stripped by Mike Reese. And Western Kentucky coming down the other way. Reese on a 3-on-1. Pass underneath to Wilson. Whistle on the play. And they're going to call a charging foul on, I believe, Mike Reese. Mike Reese called a foul, and a good play by the Connecticut Huskies as they held their ground, drawing the offensive foul. Fourth foul on the team, Western Kentucky. They are down 6-2. Bobby Doohan taking over the point guard duties for the Huskies, dribbling down the left side, looking underneath, gives it out to Mike McKay, top of the key, jumper, off the rim, no good, tapped up and in by Corny Thompson, and there's a whistle underneath. We'll see what they're going to call. Basket counts and a foul on number 50. It looks like it's going to be on Chuck Alex Innes, but they're going to the foul line, so I believe he must have called the wrong number. Let's see who they're going to call that foul on. Right now on the board, it's Connecticut 8, Western Kentucky 2. Yes, they're calling it on Chuck Alex Innes, and that will be his second personal foul and the team's third. And that's the second foul underneath the boards for Chuck. He's getting kind of upset when he doesn't get his rebound, so it seems. And he's pushing some men underneath. And the referees are catching him for it. 15 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the first half. Connecticut up by 6, 8-2, and they're full court pressing right now as Western Kentucky inbounds the ball. Reese taking the ball up court, crosses half court, almost stolen by Doohan. Whistle on the play, and they're going to call Bobby Doohan. What it looks like is they're going to say Bobby Doohan had the ball and stepped on the line. And it'll be Western Kentucky's ball. That's just slowing up the game. And that's exactly what they're going to call. So Wilson will take the ball out underneath, or on the right in front of the Connecticut bench for the Hilltoppers. Pass and bounds to Dildy. Dildy looking on the left side, gets it to teammate Rick Ray. Ray back out to Dildy, top of the key to Wilson. Wilson turnaround jumper over McKay. It's no good. Rebound tipped up and controlled by Chuck Alex Innes. And a foul called underneath on Western Kentucky. Rick Ray was the culprit on that one. He's the 6'8 senior out of Hickman, Kentucky. Only two seniors on this squad. Rick Ray and Mike Reese, the co-captains. That's the fifth team foul for Western Kentucky, and Connecticut will inbounds the ball. Cornelius Thompson hands it over to Carl Hobbs, and Western Kentucky will fall back into a man-to-man defense. Hobbs dribbling the ball up court. He's being guarded by Reese. Right side to McKay. McKay over to Thompson. Thompson left side to Bobby Doohan. Doohan fakes a shot. Gives it over to Thompson. Thompson right side to Hobbs. Hobbs looking underneath. Lob pass to McKay. Knocked away by Wilson. And the ball goes out of bounds.
Mike McKay playing the low post tonight, something that we didn't see last night. And he was not good shooting last night from the field.
Chuck Alex Innes jumper no good off the boards. Rebound Mike McKay. McKay looking to go up left side to Doohan. Doohan travel but no call. Jumper bang! Connecticut 10, Western Kentucky 2, and a timeout on the court. So with 14 minutes And 27 seconds to go in the first half. It's Connecticut 10, Western Kentucky 2. Let's take a timeout. Harold Darak back with Jeff Dobek at the Hartford Civic Center. Connecticut taking a 8-point lead, 10-2, and they just announced to this crowd about tonight's attendance. As we said earlier, 14,587. An amazing record for a New England college basketball game. In the new, we'll put those in quotes, the new Hartford Civic Center. A very beautiful complex. And the Huskies proud to come back after playing 2 years in New Haven, which they really appreciated. They were treated very nicely down in New Haven when they had to have the Connecticut Mutual Classic there due to the roof problems here. But they're finally coming home, and both UCONN and the Connecticut Mutual Life Insurance Company very happy to be back in the Hartford Civic Center. Western Kentucky controlling the ball. Dribbling up court is Kevin Dildy. He's being guarded by Hobbs now as Doolin and Hobbs made switches on men. Left side to Tony Wilson. And it looks like Connecticut has now dropped back into a 2-1-2 zone, hoping to see Western Kentucky shoot from the outside. Dildy dribbling the ball around. He's looking to get the ball underneath. He gets it on the left side to teammate Rick Ray. Ray passes it back to Dildy. Dildy looking to drive right side to Reese. Jumper for 20. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound battle for, and Thompson pulls it down. Thompson out with the ball on the right side to Hobbs. Hobbs on a 4-on-2. Left side to Doolin. Doolin dishes the ball over to Alex. Innis. Jumper up, no good, and a whistle. Traveling on the big man.
Don Perno and the crowd do not like it, Harold. One of the referees under the basket seems to have called a foul on Western Kentucky.
And I don't believe that Chuck Alexinis likes it too much either, because he has been constantly plagued by the referees with their problems. So with them calling different things on him. So I don't think he's too happy about it either. But nonetheless, Connecticut does not have the ball, and Western Kentucky has the ball. It's Dildy dribbling the ball around on top of the key. Looking to go underneath, pass the ball on the left side to Tony Wilson. Wilson back out to Dildy, right side to Reese. Reese is taking a lot of shots here in the first half. It's passed over to McCormick. McCormick looking to go underneath, but a travel on the play. And Connecticut will take the ball on the turnover. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties here. I hope you bear with us until we get everything straightened out. Connecticut controlling the ball 13 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the first half. They're up by 8. And Western Kentucky employing a full court man-to-man defensive press. Carl Hobbs with the ball. Dildy dribbling the ball on him. Or playing defense on him. Hobbs drives down to the baseline, looking to go underneath, looking to go to Mike McKay. Bounce pass stolen by Tony Wilson. Wilson brings the ball up court to Reese. Reese with a layup. He throws it up. It goes in. No, they're going to call something totally else. They're going to say no basket. And they're going to call... There's a little bit of a confusion on the court. We'll wait to see what they call. Clem Haskins not too happy with the call at all. I believe they're going to call a foul on Bobby Doolin before the play. No, maybe they're not. Jeff, did you pick up that call?
No, I didn't.
Connecticut has the ball now, so I don't know if they're going to call...
I believe they call goaltending, Harold.
Goaltending?
Goaltending.
Yes, goaltending. Western Kentucky has the 2 points. That's very observant. It's now 10-4, and Connecticut has the ball. Carl Hobbs bounce pass on the right side to McKay. McKay looking to get the ball out and around. He goes underneath Alex Innis. Turnaround jumper by Chuck. Swish. Connecticut 12, Western Kentucky 4. Those 2 points for Western Kentucky went over to Mike Reese. For Alex Innis, that's his 4th point. And they're still in a 1-2-2 this time, zone alignment. Dildy up top to Mike Reese. Reese looking on the left side, passes over to Percy White, who's just checked in the game. White underneath to Wilson. Wilson shot blocked, but a foul going to be called this time on Cornelius Thompson.
That'll be Thompson's first foul tonight, Harold. The Huskies have 4 team fouls so far in this first half.
And now checking in the game for Carl Hobbs is Vernon Giscombe. Of course, last night Giscombe playing outstanding ball, scoring 12 points. And he's now averaging 4 points a game on the season. And on the line to shoot 2 shots is Tony Wilson, who's shooting 66% from the line. He hits his first. UConn 12, Western Kentucky 5. Second shot off the rim, no good. Rebound, Chuck. Alex Innis. He passed the ball over to Vern Giscombe, and Giscombe will take over the quarterbacking duties and will be the point guard for the Huskies. Going on the right side, pass knocked away by Dildy. And Giscombe has been having some problems passing. I think he had about 5 turnovers last night. Most of them on the pass. McKay inbounds the ball, gives it over to Thompson. Thompson loses control of it. McKay regains it, but it's knocked out of bounds by Western Kentucky, and a hustling play by Kevin Dildy. And Connecticut will get another shot at it. McKay again taking the ball out. Bounce passes into Vern Giscombe. Giscombe dribbling the ball left-handed towards the left side. Looking underneath for Chuck Alexander. Knocked away by Dildy. And Giscombe coming into this game looking quite shaky. Not like he did last night. 12-5 Huskies, 12-15 to go in the first half. McKay taking the ball out right in front of Western Kentucky's bench. Lob pass over to Doolin is stolen by Western Kentucky. Controlled by Percy White. White puts the ball up court to Reese. Reese on the left side to Wilson. Wilson looking to drive on Thompson. He gets it back out and around underneath to White. White goes over and throws a shot up, but he's called for traveling. And Connecticut will get the ball on the turnover.
Almost a foul there on Chuck Alexander on the shot, but the referee under the basket called steps first, and UConn will have the ball with a 12-5 lead.
Throwing the ball inbounds will be Corny Thompson right in front of the Connecticut bench. He gets the ball into Vern Giscombe. Giscombe makes a nice move around White, and he's driving down court. Passing the left side to Doolin. Doolin out to Giscombe, and Connecticut will start up the offense. Pass left side to Doolin. Doolin top of the key to Thompson underneath Alex who jams the ball in the basket. And a technical will be called on Alex Sinnis for holding on to the rim. But nonetheless, it's 2 points for the Huskies and one shot for the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. It's Connecticut 14, Western Kentucky 5. And Chuck will now sit down, I believe, and Norm Bailey will be checking into the game. Let's see who's going to be checking in. Bailey is now up and ready to go in.
And Mike McKay will head to the bench. Mike had a poor shooting night last night, and he's sitting down early.
Reese shooting from the line, one shot in this crowd. I think you can hear him in the background. He misses. 14-5, Connecticut, and a very vocal crowd here at the Hartford Civic Center. Bailey checks into the game, and he will be checking in for McKay. And Connecticut will still be in the 1-2-2 zone alignment with Bailey on the top, Vern Giscombe and Bobby Doolin on the sides, and underneath will be Alex Sinnis and Cornelius Thompson. It's Western Kentucky's ball. Dildy calling out the signals. Going towards the left side, looking for Reese. He passes to Reese. Reese back to Dildy. Dildy on the right side to McCormick. McCormick on the right baseline to Wilson. Wilson looking to drive. He pulls up. Jumper from 20. It's off the rim. No good. Rebound underneath by Vern Giscombe. Giscombe on a 2-on-2. Left side to Doolin. Doolin up to drive. Pass to Giscombe. Shot off the board. No good. Tapped up once. Pulled down by Thompson. Shot up. No good. Still down by Thompson. Shot up. No good. And a whistle. What a sequence of events for the UConn Huskies, and the crowd really loves it here at the Civic Center.
Nice pass by Vern Giscombe to get Bobby Doolin open. Doolin drove down the left towards the basket and gave it back to Giscombe for the short jumper. Thompson grabbed the rebound, and after 2 tries, he was fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots.
The line for the Huskies shooting 2.
I'm not sure who they called that foul on, but Thompson on the line shooting at 86%. Last night he had 18 points. Thus far in the evening, he only has 2. He hits first. Connecticut 15, Western Kentucky 5. And a new player getting set to check into the game. It's Kenny Ellis. Ellis is a 6'4 junior out of Winter Haven, Florida. He's a very quick player, and he can shoot from about 10 to 15 feet out. And he's coming in for Mike Reese. Reese is the co-captain who's been playing pretty well, even though he only has 2 points and 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Thompson set to shoot that second one. It's up and good. Connecticut 16, Western Kentucky 5. 11 minutes and 19 seconds to go in the first half. Western Kentucky almost throws the ball away. Giscombe got a hand on it, but it went out of bounds. And Connecticut's press is working nicely with the quick men in the backcourt of Bobby Doolin and Vern Giscombe to really press the ball handlers for the Hilltoppers. Ellis inbounds the ball to Wilson. Wilson on the left side to Dildy. Connecticut this time playing a half-court trap. And Dildy having some problems, but he gets it across the court to McCormick. McCormick gets the ball stolen by Doolin, but he stepped on the line. And Western Kentucky will get the ball, but the Connecticut fans really appreciating the good defense Connecticut is employing tonight.
Very similar to last night's defense employed against the West Point U.S. Military Academy. Chuck Alexander now sits down. Bruce Kaczynski from Bristol Central High School checks in.
For Western Kentucky, shot by Ellis on the left side, and he puts it in the net for 2 points. Connecticut 16, Western Kentucky 7. 11 minutes exactly to go in the first half. Bobby Doolin with the ball on the left side. Top of the key to Bailey. Right corner to Vern Giscombe. Giscombe looking to shoot, gets it out to Bailey, and Bailey passes it over to Bobby Doolin. Doolin looking to drive. He goes down to the left baseline. Out to Bruce Kaczynski. Kaczynski looking to go around when he gives it to Giscombe. Giscombe right outside the three-point circle. Bounce pass to Bobby Doolin. Back court. No shot. and a foul called on the Hilltoppers.
Blocking foul there as Bobby Doolin again drove down the left side towards the basket, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots here, as Western Kentucky will also be over the limit for team fouls this half. UConn will now go to the free throw line on every Hilltopper foul.
Checking into the game is Bobby Jones. That foul was on Percy White. For White, that's his first foul. Jones comes into the game, and coming out of the game is Kevin Dildy. So let's assume that Jones will be the new quarterback for the Western Kentucky team. Jones is a 5'10 freshman out of Macon, Georgia. He's fast and quick, and he was an all-stater for Georgia. Doolin hits his first. He's shooting 83% for the year from the line. Connecticut up by 10, 17-7. Doolin's second shot also goes through the net. 18-7. Connecticut mounts their biggest lead. They've had it once before this evening. 11 points, 18-7. Connecticut, very tenacious press. Bobby Jones brings the ball across court. He's being guarded by Doolin. Double team by Norm Bailey. He gets the pass out to McCormick underneath to White. White turnaround jumper goes in, and he's fouled. White, first 2 points of the evening, I believe, for him. And foul called on Corny Thompson.
That'll be his second tonight, Harold, and UConn has 5 team fouls. Both Alex Sinnis and Thompson have 2 for Connecticut.
And White will be on the line to try to convert the three-point play. He is shooting 56% from the free throw stripe. Fans quite vocal, but he makes the shot. 18-10. Huskies up by 8. Western Kentucky playing man-to-man at half court. As Vern Giscombe crosses the line, he's being guarded by Bobby Jones. Giscombe looking to drive to his right. This time goes to his left. Nice pick by Corny Thompson. Give and go, no, not working. Giscombe from 25. It goes over the rim and just hits the backboard. No good, and rebounded by Western Kentucky. Ball dribbled down the court by Kenny Ellis. Almost stolen. Now stolen by Doolin. Doolin up to Bailey. Bailey's wide alone, and he misdribbles the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Bailey was going to slam dunk it. The whole crowd knew it. But he couldn't get the handle from Bobby Doolin. And Connecticut has a turnover. 10 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the first half. Connecticut up by 8. Western Kentucky controlling the ball. Bobby Jones calling out a play. Dribbles across half court. Connecticut 2-1-2 zone. Jones looking to go on the right side. He passes to teammate Tony Wilson. Wilson back out to Jones. Jones over to White. White left side to 25. Kenny Ellis. Ellis throws up a shot. No good. Rebound Cornelius Thompson. Thompson on the right side for Vern Giscombe. Giscombe pushes the ball up the court. He stops, gives it over to Bruce Kaczynski. He drives, has the ball stolen, and Western Kentucky will bring it down the other way. It's Kenny Ellis. Ellis on the left side, trying to go past Giscombe. He pulls up, bounce pass underneath to White. White makes a nifty move, but steps on the line, and he'll go the other way.
Glenn Miller checking in now for the Huskies, replacing Bobby Doolin. Bobby has 8 points tonight, 3 field goals, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And Miller, the sophomore from Fitch High School in Groton, is in at the guard position, as well as Carl Hobbs checking back in for Vern Giscombe.
Doolin is 1 point away from his season high of 9 points, which he attained at Fairfield. He's playing very well here in the first half. Connecticut controlling the ball. 9:28 to go in the first half. They're up by 8. Hobbs crosses half court, looking to go on the right side, gets it over to Norm Bailey. Bailey passes out to Kaczynski, left side to Glenn Miller. Miller drives off the backboard. It goes in. 2 points for Glenn Miller. Connecticut up by 10, 20-10. And Miller shooting a phenomenal 64% from the floor. Coming into this game, he's now 1 for 1, so has 8 for 12. He is playing some fantastic ball. He's shooting the ball well. Western Kentucky controlling the ball. Jones a jumper from 20. Off the rim, no good. Rebound underneath by Wilson. Wilson almost travels. Ball stolen by Connecticut and brought down court by Hobbs. Hobbs on a 2-on-2 gets fouled. This time by Percy White. White not too happy with himself. He knows he made a bad play on that one. And since Western Kentucky is over the limit, Connecticut will be on the line.
Mike McKay getting set back to check in for the Huskies. Glenn Miller now in the Connecticut Classic here has hit 4 for 4 from the field, including a 3 for 3 performance last night and that 1 field goal tonight. Corny Thompson checks out for a rest. Thompson already with 5 rebounds and 4 points here at the Civic Center with 8:48 left, and UConn leading 20-10.
Alex Mosley checks into the game for the Big Red of Western Kentucky. Coming out is Craig McCormick, their leading scorer. Thus far in the night, McCormick has 0 points. Hobbs hits his first. He's shooting 77% from the foul line. And Glenn Miller gets some instructions from Don Perno on what defense to use, and Hobbs hits his second. Connecticut up by 12, 22-10. Connecticut full court press. Ball goes into Bobby Jones. Jones trying to drive around Hobbs. Hobbs still on him. Jones coming down the right side, but Hobbs trips him unintentionally. And a foul will be called on the man from Massachusetts. He hails from Cambridge, Massachusetts. That's his first foul, and the Huskies 6. One more, and they will be over the limit. So Western Kentucky will inbounds the ball underneath their own basket. It's Mosley passing the ball out to Jones. Jones on the right side to Reese. Reese on the left side to Percy White. And the ball is going around the perimeter as Connecticut is in a 2-1-2 defense. Bobby Jones dribbling the ball around. Goes to the left side to Kenny Ellis. Ellis back out to Jones. Jones with a jumper, and he hits. Connecticut 22, Western Kentucky 12. And Western Kentucky continues to pick up their men at half court. No press for them this evening yet so far. Carl Hobbs dribbling across half court, looking to go underneath. He sees a wide open Bruce Kaczynski, but he passes it off the backboard, and it's picked up by Bobby Jones. Jones dribbling all the way down the court unmolested, and he puts it up and in for 2. Connecticut 22, Western Kentucky 14. As Connecticut has 3 of their starters on the bench, Chuck Alexander, Corny Thompson, and Bobby Doolin. Hobbs dribbles across half court, guarded by Jones. Left side bounce pass to McKay. Wide open shot from 20, no good. Rebound underneath by Alex Mosley. Mosley passes the ball out to teammate Bobby Jones. Jones trying to force the ball in, now slows the ball up, gets it out to Kenny Ellis. Ellis underneath to White. White turnaround jumper and a foul on the play. Called on number 23, Bruce Kaczynski. And that will bring Western Kentucky to the line for the 4th time this evening. The first time for Percy White. No, Percy White, is 1 for 1 already this evening. Connecticut 22, Western Kentucky 14, 7 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the first half. 2 shots for Percy. First shot goes through. 22-15, Western Kentucky cutting Connecticut's lead to 7. That's the closest they've been in quite some time. Second shot also in, 22-16. And the net hangs on the rim, and the referee blows the whistle to bring it down. Connecticut will be controlling the ball. Carl Hobbs, the playmaking guard, driving up the court. Connecticut looking to have some action, a crowd trying to pump them up. Carl Hobbs driving on the left side. Looks to go to Miller. This time goes to the right side, goes to Mike McKay. McKay dribbling the ball around. Bounce pass to Miller at the top of the key. Miller looking to his left, dribbling left-handed to Hobbs in the corner. Hobbs fakes up, tries to go around, and a whistle and a foul called on Alex Mosley. Hobbs will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
For Mosley, that'll be his first foul tonight. And Hobbs will be at the line. 7:16 left here in the first half. UConn ahead by 6 points.
On the year, Connecticut shooting a blistering 75% from the foul line. Hobbs registering 77% before his 2 for 2 this evening. First shot in.
3 of 3 from the foul line tonight for Hobbs.
Our next broadcast will be this Saturday from the Providence Civic Center. Airtime 1:55. Myself and the Stallion, Tony Savino, will be there to bring you that one. Hobbs hits the second one. Connecticut will be playing University of Rhode Island at Providence this Saturday. Connecticut up by 8, 24-16. Still playing a full court press. And the ball brought up the court by Percy White. White over to Reese. Reese drives over the half court line, and he's called for a backcourt violation. So Connecticut will take the ball on the turnover.
Tom Perno getting a lot of rest out of his starters. Chuck Alexander now has been sitting down for a few minutes, and Corny Thompson and Bobby Doolin getting a good rest too. Using all his players tonight again.
Carl Hobbs drives down the line unmolested, but he misses the shot. Rebound tipped up by Bailey. A foul called on the play. And I believe they're going to call this on number 55, Alex Mosley. So Bailey will go to the line. A nice play by Hobbs. They cleared out the right side for him. He had it wide open, but he just couldn't get the shot over, I believe it was Bobby Jones who was defending him. And so Bailey will be on the line. Checking into the game for the Hilltoppers is Craig McCormick, checking out Alex Mosley, who just picked up that foul. 7 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the first half. And Bailey hits the first one, 25-16, Connecticut on top by 9 points. And Bailey hits his second one. Connecticut shooting very well from the foul line. They have not missed tonight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for 10. Shot by Jones on the right side. Missed underneath. Tipped up by Reese. A nice play, and he puts the ball in. 26-18 for Reese. That's his 4th point of the evening. Hobbs dribbling the ball across half court. Being guarded by Jones. Going on the right side for Mike McKay. McKay looking underneath for Bailey. Whistle on the play, and a blocking foul called on number 23, Bruce Kaczynski. He must have been moving on a pick. And that will bring the ball down the other way for a 1-and-1.
Chuck Alexanis now checking back in for the Huskies for Kaczynski, who leaves with 2 fouls and no points, but a strong defensive effort there in the middle of the 2-1-2 zone.
Kaczynski's only been averaging 11 minutes of playing time through the first 5 games. We mentioned that last night, that he wasn't playing as much as he was accustomed to at least last year, and his playing has been hurt by that. On the line to shoot the 1-and-1 is number 20, Mike Reese. Excuse me, that's number 50, Percy White. White hits the first.
White's the leading scorer tonight for the Hilltoppers with 6 points.
White hits the second one. Connecticut 26, Western Kentucky 20. They've cut the lead to 6 points, 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the first half. Carl Hobbs dribbles across half court. Man-to-man defense by the Hilltoppers. Long jumper by 25 from Hobbs. Shot missed, no good. Rebound, number 50, Percy White. White brings the ball down. There's a travel violation called on Bobby Jones on a good defensive play by Carl Hobbs. And Connecticut will take the ball over right in front of the scorer's table.
Clem Haskins does not like that call, Harold, as Corny Thompson comes in for Norman Bailey. And referee tells him to sit down.
And you could tell when Cornelius Thompson's not in the game, the Huskies just aren't the same, as Western Kentucky has cut their lead to 6 points. And Connecticut has the ball. Almost the whole starting lineup in. The only substitution is Glenn Miller. Carl Hobbs dribbling on the right side. Top of the key to Mike McKay. McKay looking to drive. He goes in the left corner to Miller. Miller jumper. Up. No good. Rebound underneath by Percy White. White outlets the ball down court to Reese. Reese a one-on-one with Carl Hobbs. He slows it up. And he looks to get it out, and he bounce passes it over to Bobby Jones. Jones gets the ball stolen by Glenn Miller. Miller up to Carl Hobbs. Hobbs with a one-on-one going to left side. Whistle and a charging violation on Hobbs. Good defensive play by Bobby Jones to stand his ground underneath the Connecticut basket.
Hobbs doing a little hot dogging there, Harold, behind the back dribble on that pass from Glenn Miller after the steal, but he was called for charging right in front of the basket, and Western Kentucky will inbound it underneath their own net.
And Connecticut looking to press. As Reese inbounds the ball, Connecticut decides to go back, passes it into Bobby Jones. Jones left-handed dribbling the ball up the court. 26-20, Huskies up by 6. Reese on the right side, looking to go underneath, pass it to teammate Kenny Ellis. Ellis back out to Reese. Reese over to White. White back to Reese. Connecticut playing a 1-2-2 zone defense. Ellis on the right corner. He gets it out to Reese. Reese a wide open jumper from 25, and he hits. 26-22 for Reese. That's his 6th point of the evening. And now the crowd starting to mumble. They want to see some action. Huskies lead, cut to 4 points. They have the ball. Mike McKay on the right side. To Thompson at the top of the key. He drives down the middle. Shot up and good. Oh, a nice play by Cornelius Thompson, who nets his 6th point of the evening. 28-22. Western Kentucky with the ball. Ellis goes across half court, right side to McCormick. McCormick trying to drive. He bounce passes underneath to number 25, Ellis. He throws a shot up. Rebound, Cornelius Thompson. Thompson outlets the ball on the left side to Hobbs. Hobbs has the ball knocked away by White, controlled by Western Kentucky. White's all alone. He's going to be dunking unless Miller does something. It's off the rim. Good, and a foul on Miller.
Bad play there by Glenn Miller. He should have sacrificed the 2 points for Western Kentucky, and Don Perno calls a timeout. So right now, with 4 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first half, let's take this 30-second timeout. Back here at the Hartford Civic Center, Jeff Dobek along with Harold Darak. University of Connecticut leading Western Kentucky 28-24. Craig McCormick, the big gun for the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, so far held scoreless. Percy White has 7 and Mike Reese 6 for the Hilltoppers, but McCormick averaging almost 17 points per game so far has nothing. And Connecticut will inbound the ball. The Hilltoppers making their way out onto the court now. UCONN pep band serenading the crowd. Sellout crowd here at the Hartford Civic Center. Bobby Doolin back in the lineup for Glenn Miller, and the original starting five is now back for UConn.
Percy White will be on the line to shoot, I believe, one shot, trying to get the three-point play, as there was a bad foul by Glenn Miller, one of the few bad plays he's had all season. And White throwing the ball up and connecting, cutting Connecticut's lead to 3, which has been the closest of the night since the beginning of the game. Connecticut controlling the ball. Carl Hobbs driving down court. He pulls up, looking on the right side, gets over to Mike McKay. Hobbs cuts through the middle, pass over to Thompson. Thompson left side to Hobbs, back out to Thompson, and the ball's passed up and around. It's Hobbs on the left side. Hobbs goes at top of the key to Bobby Doolin. Doolin looking on the right side for McKay. Bounce pass over to Thompson, top of the key, left side to Hobbs. Connecticut really working for this shot. Hobbs driving down the left baseline. Bounce pass out to Thompson. Jumper for 20. Bang! Connecticut 30, Western Kentucky 25 as Thompson hits from 20. For Thompson this evening, it's his 8th point. He's tied for Doolin with the lead for the Huskies. Coming down the court is Bobby Jones for Western Kentucky. Pass down the top of the key to Dildy, who's been in there for the first time in a long while. Pass on the right side to Reese. Reese is shot up, no good. Rebound all the way out to Bobby Jones. Jones's jumper off the boards, no good. Rebound, Cornelius Thompson. Huskies settling down a bit. They need a basket right here. Carl Hobbs dribbling down the court. 3 minutes and 55 seconds to go in the first half. Connecticut up by 5. Hobbs dribbling down on the right side. Bounce pass to Mike McKay, top of the key. Right side to Hobbs. Lob pass underneath to Thompson. Turnaround jumper blocked by McCormick very nicely. And McCormick outlets the ball to teammate Bobby Jones. Jones on the left side. 1-on-1 versus Hobbs. He pulls it up and is now looking to go underneath. Bounce pass over to Reese. Reese loses the ball. It hits the line. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hobbs. And the Hilltoppers will control the ball.
Tony Wilson, one of the starting 5, checking back into the Hilltopper lineup for Percy White. Percy, 8 points tonight, including 6 of 6 from the foul line, coming off the bench. Vernon Giscombe is getting set to check in for UConn as Carl Hobbs will take a rest.
So it's Giscombe, Doolin, Alex Innes, Thompson, and McKay in for the Huskies as Western Kentucky inbounds the ball. Bobby Jones dribbling the ball, calling out a play. Him and Reese are the guards out in front. Connecticut in a 2-3 defense. Pass in the right corner to Wilson, back out to Reese. Reese pulls up his dribble right side to Wilson. Wilson looking to do something underneath. Passes out to Reese again. Reese looking to go on the left side. Bounce pass to Jones. Jones into the corner to number 41, Kevin Dildy. Dildy back out to Jones. And Connecticut is keeping Western Kentucky on the perimeter. This is Dildy on the left side. Out top to Jones. Jones over to Reese. Reese passes over to McCormick, who is way outside. Right side to Reese. Long jumper. In and out. Rebound Thompson. 2 minutes and 59 seconds go in the first half. Outletted pass to Doolin on the left side. Doolin looking to drive left corner to Mike McKay. Lob pass underneath to Chuck Alexanis. He dribbles the ball, loses control of it, and coming up with it is number 33, Tony Wilson. Wilson on the right side to Dildy. Stepped on the line. Will go the other way.
Courtney Thompson showing his rebounding strength already with 8 tonight. He had 12 last night, leading all rebounders. And one of the reasons maybe why Craig McCormick is not doing the scoring for the Hilltoppers is he's too busy being bothered by Chuck Alexanis.
Vernon Giscombe dribbling the ball across court. Left side to Mike McKay. McKay looking to drive, a whistle and a foul, this time on Dildy. And McKay will be on the line to shoot, I believe, 2. He was in the act of shooting.
For Dildy, that'll be his second foul tonight.
McKay on the year shooting 60% from the free throw line.
The line for the Huskies, Mike McKay, shooting 2.
And he will be shooting 2.
McKay tonight, no points yet, and a bad shooting night last night, too. He's looking to fight, get out of his slump.
McKay misses the first. McKay been having problems shooting all over the place.
Only 2 points last night in the when the game meant something.
Hits the second one. Connecticut on top by 6, 31-25. Western Kentucky with the ball. Reese almost losing it, almost fouling Thompson. No whistle on the play, and it's passed over to Bobby Jones. Jones dribbling the ball across court. Connecticut back into the zone. Pass left side to Dildy. Dildy underneath to McCormick. McCormick throws up a shot. He misses. Rebound Wilson, and he taps it in. McCormick still not able to buy a basket here this evening. Connecticut up by 4, 31-27. Giscombe across half court, looking to go on the right side into the corner to Bobby Doolin. Doolin with 8 points on the evening. Bounce pass underneath Alex Innes. Alex Innes tries to dribble, loses control, and loses it completely. And Western Kentucky will have a jump ball with Chuck Alex Innes.
Brian Teeter now making his first appearance for the Big Red, checking in for Bobby Jones. Chuck Alex Innes last night called for traveling when he did not dribble. Tonight he's dribbling a little too much, and he's having trouble doing it, Harold.
Western Kentucky doing a very fine job of stripping the ball from Alex Innes when he does dribble. Tap control by Western Kentucky, even though Alex Innes had the height advantage. And Brian Teeter will take over the quarterbacking position for the Big Red. Teeter dribbling the ball left side to Reese. Reese back out to Teeter, over to Dildy. Dildy underneath to Wilson at a wide open edge to the basket. He decides to pass out to Dildy. Dildy to McCormick. McCormick out to Reese. Reese dribbling the ball around, looking to go over Vern Giscombe. He passes over to Teeter. Teeter looking on the right side to Dildy. Dildy looking underneath. He can't find anybody. Teeter from 25. Swish. 31-29. Only a 2-point Connecticut lead with 1 minute and 26 seconds to go in the first half. Giscombe dribbles the ball across half court, looking on the left side for Alex Innes. Top of the key to Mike McKay. McKay drives down off the boards for 2.
Nice play by Mike McKay, dribbling right down the lane and going in for a nice bank shot off the backboard.
McCormick with the ball. He passes over to Teeter. Teeter just hit those 2 points, 1 for 1 on the evening. Crosses half court, calls out a play, and Connecticut goes to the 1-2-2 zone. Teeter over to Reese. Reese back to Teeter. Teeter over to Dildy. Dildy underneath to McCormick. McCormick turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, Cornelius Thompson. That's number 9 on the evening. Thompson on the left side to Doolin. Doolin makes a nice move underneath to Giscombe. Bang!
No basket, Harold. We have a foul on Doolin charging.
Incredible play by Bobby Doolin as he made a nice play underneath, but a good defensive play for Western Kentucky. I believe it was Reese. And there's no basket, and that would have been big for the Huskies because I'm sure the crowd would have got it up for that one.
That'll be Doolin's second foul tonight, and
that wasn't Reese, excuse me. That was Kevin Dildy, and Dildy will be on the line to shoot since Connecticut is over the limit. So what could have been a 6-point Connecticut lead could possibly be a 2-point Connecticut lead, as Western Kentucky could have what is known as a 4-point play.
Crowd doesn't like it, Harold.
Dildy's first shot, good. So Connecticut does not get the 2 points they would have had. And Dildy on his way, second shot of a 1-and-1. Dildy shoots 50% from the line, not very good for a point guard. And he misses the second one to make it 1 for 2. 33-30, Connecticut controlling the ball. Alex Innes pulling down that rebound. Giscombe out. 45 seconds to go in the first half. Giscombe driving on the right side, looking underneath, long jumper off the boards for 2, and Giscombe comes back to get those 2 points he didn't get before. It's his first 2 points of the night, and Connecticut's up by 5, 35-30.
Kenny Ellis checking back into the Hilltopper lineup, and Norman Bailey will do the same for the Huskies. Chuck Alex Innes will be sitting down, and Gary Carver is also in for the Hilltoppers. A lot of substitutions. Bruce Kaczynski in for Thompson as well.
Both teams don't want that extra foul being had by any of their top-line players. So with 38 seconds left, Connecticut with a full-court press has put in some of the players that haven't had many fouls, and Giscombe picks up one, and that was a stupid foul right there. Giscombe going for the steal, gets the foul, and Western Kentucky will be on the line for a 1-and-1. Our halftime guest this evening will be Arnold Dean, the man of sports, and Jeff Dobek will be there to speak to Mr. Dean, who is the Dean of Sports.
The Dean of Sports.
When it comes to Connecticut sports, and we're really glad to have him on as our halftime guest. As he was pulled down by Mark Boudreau, he was chased down and will be the halftime guest. And the shot up by Reese, no good. Rebound underneath, still tapped up. White gets his second shot, as neither Kaczynski nor Bailey could really pick that ball up. And Kentucky puts in the basket. It's 35-32 with 35 seconds to go in the first half. Connecticut controlling the ball. Giscombe dribbling across half court. Connecticut possibly looking for one last shot. Giscombe on the right side. He gets it over to Doolin. Doolin pass over to Bailey. Bailey over to left side to Mike McKay. It looks like there's 2 McKays on the court with Bailey and McKay. He passes the ball off the leg of Percy White. He goes out of bounds, and it'll be Connecticut's ball right in front of the Western Kentucky bench. Dobek, Connecticut going from left to right, and the Big Red of Western Kentucky from right to left. It will be Tony Wilson and Chuck Alex Innes taking the jump, and the tap is controlled by Western Kentucky. It's Dildy dribbling down the center of the court. Connecticut playing man-to-man. Pass on the right side to Tony Wilson. Wilson out front to McCormick. McCormick underneath overshoots his pass to Percy White. The ball goes out of bounds, and Connecticut will take control of the ball. Western Kentucky in a full-court man-to-man defensive press. First time we've seen this since early in the first half. Carl Hobbs brings the ball over the timeline. Pass on the right side to McCain, knocked out of bounds by Dildy. Almost stole the ball, and Connecticut will control. McKay inbounding the ball right in front of the Connecticut bench. He passes over to Bobby Doolin, now calling for the ball back is McKay, and he gets it. Passes over to Cornelius Thompson, and a chest pass for Carl Hobbs. Hobbs going on the right side to Bobby Doolin, Doolin back to Hobbs, and Connecticut passing it around the perimeter, looking to pick underneath as Western Kentucky is still playing man-to-man. Chuck Alexinis at the top of the key, over to Cornelius Thompson, left side to Carl Hobbs. Hobbs this time looking underneath for Chuck, but he can't get it to him, and he goes over to Bobby Doolin. Connecticut, a lot of passing, looking to get the ball underneath to Alex Innes is Bobby Doolin, that knocked off the foot of Michael Reese, and Connecticut will control the ball on the sideline. 19 minutes and 12 seconds to go in this contest. Connecticut up by 5. Hobbs with the ball at the top of the key. He's dribbling the ball around. Western Kentucky goes to a 2-on-2 zone. Left side to Bobby Doolin, over to a lob pass to Cornelius Thompson, and a pass over to Carl Hobbs. And Hobbs this time calling out signals, trying to get the Connecticut team to make some moves and make some action. Pass on the left side to Doolin. Doolin out top to Corny Thompson. Cross-court pass to McKay. His jumper off the backboard. No good. Rebound underneath by Chuck Alexinis, but he loses control after the shot, and it's picked off by Tony Wilson. Wilson on the right side to Reese. Jumper from 20 off the rim. No good. Rebound tapped underneath, control by Wilson again, and it's picked up by Percy White, and Western Kentucky controls the ball on 2 offensive rebounds. This time it's Dildy. Dildy, lob pass to McCormick. He can't handle it, and it's controlled by Cornelius Thompson. Thompson out to Doolin. 2-on-1. Rebound no good by Chuck Alexinis. His shot's no good. And Western Kentucky the other way. Dildy loses control of the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Connecticut coming the other way. It's Alexinis underneath, and it's going to be no whistle. There we go. It's goaltending. As Alexinis drew the ball up, and getting up on the play was Dildy. He got up really high on that basket. But the 2 points will count for Chuck Alexinis, and there's a timeout on the court. So with 18 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the game, it's Connecticut 39, Western Kentucky 32. Let's pause for this timeout.
Back here at the Hartford Civic Center, Jeff Dobek along with Harold Darak. UCONN 39, Western Kentucky 32. Early in the second half of play. 1 minute and 47 seconds have been played, and the Hilltoppers have yet to score. Chuck Alexinis has 2 points for the Huskies. And Alex Innes, Doolin, and Corny Thompson now all have 8 points for Connecticut, who is shooting very well again.
And Western Kentucky will take control of the ball underneath the Connecticut basket. Connecticut looks like they're going to be pressing them again, as they have done throughout this classic. They gave Army fits last night in their 81-60 victory over them. And tonight, they're doing it to the Western Kentucky Big Red. And Reese has the ball. He loses control off his foot out of bounds. And Connecticut will get the ball on a turnover.
Good play there by Corny Thompson, slapping the ball onto the foot of Reese, and he knocked it out himself, kicking it out of bounds.
Carl Hobbs gets the ball in bounds from Bobby Doolin, and he slowly brings it across half court. Dribbles behind his back. Kevin Dildy guarding him in a man-to-man. Bounce pass to Mike McKay, top of the key, right side to Bobby Doolin, underneath for Chuck Alexinis, but it's knocked away by Mike Reese. It goes out of bounds, and Connecticut will take the ball on the baseline. 17:58 to go in the game. Doolin will inbounds the ball. He's looking to lob it into somebody. He gets it into Carl Hobbs. Hobbs does not shoot, even though he's wide open from 25. He dribbles out to the top of the key, and Western Kentucky goes to the 2-1-2. Left corner to Chuck Alexinis. Out to Hobbs again. Hobbs bounce pass underneath to Doolin. Doolin underneath to Alexinis, and he puts it off the board for 2. 41-32. Alexinis hits double figures, the first for the Huskies. He now has 10 points. Craig McCormick dribbling the ball, throws the ball over everybody's head to Dildy. It goes out of bounds, and last touched by Dildy, and Connecticut will get the ball. Dildy figured Cornelius Thompson got a hand on it. He didn't, and Connecticut gets the ball on a bad play by Kevin Dildy. Carl Hobbs brings the ball in. He crosses half court. He's being guarded by Dildy very tightly. Right side to McKay. McKay driving down the baseline, whistling a foul called a hold on Tony Wilson.
For Wilson, that'll be his second foul. First foul called in the second half by the officials, and UConn will inbound it underneath their own basket.
Carl Hobbs will take this ball, and there's a whistle as Rick Ray gets set to check into the game. He's the co-captain, and he's coming in for McCormick. McCormick not playing very well this evening. He has not scored a point yet. He averages 17. Lob pass into Cornelius to Chuck Alexinis, right corner to Mike McKay, out to Hobbs, and Hobbs and McKay passing the ball back and forth. And now Hobbs will take control of the game. Right corner to Alexinis. Alexinis out to Hobbs. Hobbs to Thompson, top of the key. He's posting up high. Right corner to McKay, underneath. Nice pass to Alexinis. Cook shot, no good. Rebound, battle for underneath. Cornelius Thompson misses. Tipped in by Alexinis. Oh, a good play by Chuck Alexinis. And Cornelius Thompson is there picking off rebounds left and right underneath. Connecticut up by 11 points, 43-32. Coming down the court, Tony Wilson, he pulls up underneath for number 50. Percy White, his shot no good. Rebound, Corny again. Cornelius Thompson unofficially with 13 rebounds. And Connecticut is controlling the ball. Carl Hobbs, top of the key to Alex Innes. Alex Innes drives, jumper up, no good. Rebound, Corny again. Turn around, jumper, bang!
And a foul on the play, Harold. The crowd here at the Civic Center going wild as the Huskies now have scored 8 straight unanswered points. Western Kentucky yet to score in 3.5 minutes. Percy White picks up his 3rd foul of the evening. He's the leading scorer for the Hilltoppers. They can't afford to lose him.
And McCormick checking back into the game again for Ray. As White is playing very well off the bench. On the year, White only averages 6 points and 6 rebounds. His highest has been 10, which he's done twice, but he has beaten that this evening. And he did that in the first half because they have not scored in the second. Thompson converts the 3-point play. He now has 11 points and incredibly 14 rebounds as he picked up an offensive rebound right there. McCormick inbounds the ball, steal by Thompson. Thompson dribbling down underneath to Carl Hobbs. His shot up, no good, blocked. And Western Kentucky will bring it back the other way. 5'8" Hobbs really could not go up against those 6-foot players. Reese in the corner, out to McCormick. McCormick looking to shoot, looking to pass. He goes underneath to Wilson. Wilson puts it up and in, and Western Kentucky has finally scored in the second half. Connecticut 46, Western Kentucky 34. Connecticut is controlling the ball. Hobbs coming across half court, looking to go right side to McCain. There's a steal on the play by Wilson. Wilson one-on-one with Hobbs, and he jams the ball, and there should be a technical call, and they're not going to call it. Wilson held on to the rim, and Connecticut wants a timeout to talk it over. 15 minutes and 50 seconds to go in this game. Connecticut 46, Western Kentucky 36. We'll be back right after this.
Back here at the Hartford Civic Center, Jeff Dobek along with Harold Darak. The University of Connecticut has outscored the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers 9-4 in the second half, and they've opened up a 10-point lead, 46-36. As UCONN took a timeout there, Tony Wilson, behind, over the head slam dunk, apparently hanging on the rim, much like Chuck Alexinas did in the first half. Alexinas got caught with a technical foul, but nothing on Wilson.
We'd like to thank Steve Wolfberg, who is a shift we are canceling this evening. You can hear Wolfie with his oldies from 67 to 73 every Tuesday evening. Even though he's here tonight, I'm sure he's pretty happy he's been canceled. We'd also like to thank the people of Panorama for letting us preempt them for the second evening in a row. You can hear them tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Connecticut controlling the ball. Ball inbounded to Chuck Alexinas and handed over to Carl Hobbs as Connecticut brings the ball up court. Hobbs crosses half court, right side to Mike McKay. McKay looking underneath. He gets to Thompson. Thompson wide open from 25. No good. Rebound battle for Western Kentucky. Loses it. It's on the ground. Picked up by Chuck. Bang! Alexinas picks up the ball off the ground. Coming up with his 14th point of the evening. His high of the year has been 17 versus Boston University. He's closing in on that. Western Kentucky controlling the ball. Reese crosses half court. 2-on-2. Reese pulls up for a jumper from 10 and he hits. 48-38. 15 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the game. Connecticut's ball. Carl Hobbs crosses half court. He's being guarded by Dildy. He looks on the right side, gets it to McKay. McKay looking underneath. He doesn't see anybody. He doesn't see anybody moving, and he gets it over to Hobbs. Hobbs jumped from 20, partially tipped, and rebounded by McCormick. McCormick outlets it to Dildy. Dildy a 2-on-1 with Hobbs. Goes around Hobbs. Left side goes over McKay. Rebound Thompson again. Oh boy, is Cornelius bad this evening, as he has unofficially 15 rebounds, and last night he had 12 rebounds, and you could see him probably on the all-tournament team, and we still have 14 minutes to go in the game. Hobbs left side to McKay. McKay looking underneath to Thompson. He was fouled on a play by Reese. It'll be a third team foul for Western Kentucky.
Mike Reese called on the foul there. That's his second of the evening. Norman Bailey checking in for Connecticut for Mike McKay, and Vern Giscombe in for Carl Hobbs here with 14:35 left in the second half. Connecticut holding a 10-point lead, 48-38.
We'd like to wish Kenny Ellis, number 25, for the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, a very happy birthday. Today he is 20 years old. He is a 6'4 junior out of Winter Haven, Florida. Connecticut controlling the ball on the inbounds pass. Vern Giscombe in the game, and he's dribbling the ball around. Left side to Doolin, into the corner for Alex Innes, outside to Giscombe again, as the Hilltoppers are in a 2-3 defensive alignment. Corny Thompson, right side underneath Alex. He slams it home for 2. Oh, boy, the Huskies up by 12. 50-38, 14 minutes and 10 seconds to go. A full court press is McCormick looking to get the ball out. He passes over to Wilson. Wilson on the left side to Jones. And Jones is going to slow it up, and the Huskies are going to go into a 2-3 defense. It's Giscombe and Doolin on top. It's Alex Innes in the middle, and it's going to be Cornelius Thompson and Norman Bailey on the sides. It's Wilson from 25. His shot up, no good. Rebound, Chuck Alex Innes. He outlets it to Doolin. Doolin a one-on-one versus Jones. He comes in over to Bailey. Bailey loses control, and he's called a good defensive play. Is called. No, they're going to call an offensive foul on Bobby Doolin, I believe it. It's on Doolin. That's his third foul, and I believe his second on the offensive fouling list. Fans don't like that as he made a nice pass to Bailey. Bailey couldn't control it. Western Kentucky's ball. Jones pulls up from 15. His shot in. 50-40. 13 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the contest. Connecticut up by a comfortable 10 points, and they control the ball. Western Kentucky man-to-man. Giscombe dribbling down. Jones on him. He looks to go into the middle. He can't find anybody. Finally, he gets to Bailey. Bailey dribbling the ball outside in the perimeter. He gives it over to Giscombe. Connecticut dribbling around looking for a good shot. Giscombe bounce past Bailey, top of the key, fakes up, dribbles one, shot up, and it goes in. Rolls around the rim, and it goes in. Perno calling out a defensive play, and he's telling Connecticut to get back on defense as Bobby Jones will dribble the ball across half court. 13 minutes and 4 seconds to go. 52-40. Connecticut up by 12. Connecticut drops back to a 2-1-2. Left side to Jones. Jones bringing the ball outside, top to Reese. Reese looking underneath for McCormick, who is yet to get on the board yet. Pass out to Jones. Jones jumper up, no good. Rebound coming in for it is Reese, but pulled down by Thompson. Thompson outlets it to Doolin. The Huskies are running. Doolin pulls up from 50. Bang! 54-40. 12 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the game, and the Huskies are really running this game up. Jones dribbles the ball across half court. He's looking in the left corner, and he gets the ball to White. White cross-court pass, top of the key to Reese. Long jumper, it's off the rim, no good. Rebound underneath Bailey. Bailey outlets it to Doolin, and again the Huskies running 3-on-2 break. Doolin bounce pass to Giscombe, left side, bang! Oh my God, it's incredible. Huskies up by 16, and a timeout on the court.
And a foul on the play, Harold.
Listen to that crowd. 12 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the game. Connecticut 56, Western Kentucky 40. Let's pause for this timeout.
Back here at the Hartford Civic Center, Jeff Dobek along with Harold Darak. University of Connecticut has opened up a 16-point lead, 56-40. Vern Giscombe was fouled on that last driving layup on the pass from Doolin, and he'll go to the line for one shot. The Hilltoppers looking for something to get them going. Craig McCormick, their leading scorer, has yet to score now in 28 minutes. And Giscombe will go to the line for one to complete his three-point play. He's got 4 points this evening.
I think that's the most incredible statistic we've had tonight. McCormick held scoreless. It's incredible because he's played in 6 games and he has had 100 total points on the season for a 16.7 average. But he has gotten absolutely zero. He has been the leading scorer in 3 out of the 8 games they've played in, all towards the beginning of the season, but he has been in what would be called a slump, especially tonight. Giscombe on the line, trying to make a 3-point play and give the Huskies their biggest lead of the evening, which would be 17 points. Giscombe's shot is up, and it does not fall. Rebound underneath for Wilson. Wilson dribbles the ball out, passes over to teammate Bobby Jones, and Jones will control for the Big Red. Jones crosses half court. Connecticut 2-3 defense. Jones going to the right side. He passes over to teammate Kenny Ellis. Ellis back to Jones, left side to Gary Carver, who checked into the game at that timeout. Carver holding the ball high above his head, gets over to Jones, right side to Ellis, and they're still passing the ball around the perimeter. Ellis tries to drive. Long jumper from 20. No good. Bad shot. Rebound Thompson. Oh my God. 17 unofficially for Corny on the rebounding side. And I'm looking MVP for Cornelius Thompson with still 11 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this game. Connecticut 56, Western Kentucky 40. Connecticut has the ball. Giscombe looking to get it to Bailey. Can't do so. Bounce pass underneath to Kaczynski. Kaczynski fakes up, shot up, no good. Foul by McCormick.
For Craig McCormick, that'll be his second foul in the evening, and Kaczynski will go to the line now for 2 shots. His 2 of 2 from the line already in the first half, and he'll be looking to get points 3 and 4 now.
Kaczynski on the season, coming into the game shooting 60%. He was 2 for 2, so a quick little multiplication makes it 5 for 7. I mean, I don't have my calculator out, and I wish I did.
About 70%, huh?
About 70%. Kaczynski's first shot goes in. 17-point Husky lead, 11 and a half minutes to go. They're looking for their 6th win in a row. And if the Huskies pull that off, that will be the best start since the 1964-65 team. Kaczynski misses his second one. Rebound pulled down by Western Kentucky, and they have the ball. Jones dribbling the ball around. He's looking to his left side. He's calling out the plays. Huskies will not get out of that zone probably for the rest of the night. Passing the right side to Ellis. Ellis in the corner to Carver. Carver back to Ellis. Ellis dribbling the ball around. He gets it on top of the key to Jones. Jones on the left corner. This time it goes over to Wilson. Wilson top of the key to Jones. Jones underneath the McCormick looking for Carver. Knocked away. It goes out of bounds. Controlled by the Big Red.
Good hands there by Bruce Kaczynski knocking that ball out under the basket, and the Hilltoppers will inbound it right under the basket.
Tony Wilson will inbounds the ball. And he gets the ball into Jones. Jones over to Ellis, and Ellis on the right corner to Wilson. Wilson trying to drive, but a foul called on play on Norman Bailey, the second team foul for the Huskies in 9 minutes of playing time.
That'll be Norman Bailey's first foul tonight, the freshman from West Hartford, Connecticut, and Northwest Catholic High School. Kind of a homecoming for Bailey tonight here at the Civic Center.
And the ball's inbounds to Jones. Jones left side to Ellis. Ellis looking underneath for right. Gets it back out to Jones. Long jumper from 25 off the rim. No good. Rebound underneath. Thompson one more time. Well, Thompson having himself a fine classic. And Connecticut controlling the ball. Bailey out top of the key to Thompson. Thompson left side to Doolin. Long jumper from 25. Off the rim. No good. Rebound comes down into the hands of Bobby Jones for Western Kentucky. Jones drives all the way down the court. His shot up. No good. Rebound battle around for it. Come down by Wilson. Wilson gets his shot rejected. Huskies coming down the other way. Bobby Doolin to Thompson. Thompson shot. No good, and a foul called on the play. Whistle on the play. It's going to be a foul called, I believe, on number 42, Craig McCormick, and Thompson will go to the line.
Glenn Miller checking in now to the Husky lineup, replacing Bobby Doolin. Bobby having a good game tonight, 10 points.
5-member panel of the media people will cast ballots for the 1980 Connecticut Mutual Classic All-Tournament team. They are Woody Anderson from the Hartford Courant, Phil Chartis from the Journal-Enquirer, Jay Spiegel from the Willimantic Chronicle, Jim Hodges of the New London Day, and our own Kevin Hudson, who is working for the United Press International. I say our own, he is, of course, one of the sports editors for the Connecticut Daily Campus. Thompson's shot up and good, 58-40. On the evening, Thompson has 12 points.
100% from the foul line tonight, 4 of 4 for Corney, and he'll be looking now for point number 13.
He's shooting 86% from the line coming into this game, and he makes the next one. Connecticut up by their biggest margin of the night, 19 points, with 10 minutes and 26 seconds to go. Western Kentucky inbounds the ball. They're having problems. Double teamed by Huskies, and the player finally gets a pass out to Jones. Jones dribbling the ball around, and there's going to be a foul call. A hold on Kaczynski. Crowd doesn't like that very much, but Connecticut's far away from foul trouble. That's only their third of the half.
For Kaczynski, that is his third foul tonight, and only he and Bobby Doolin have 3. Nobody else in any trouble for Connecticut. Here with 10:18 to go in the second half, Connecticut holding a 19-point lead.
Plenty of time left, but Connecticut's looking mighty super. They look like they have this one pretty much in hand at the moment, but you never know. Western Kentucky might be able to come back. They control the ball. Bobby Jones, top of the key, right side to Ellis. Ellis looking to go underneath, but there's a lot of stagnation in that Western Kentucky offense. The ball goes underneath from a pass to Wilson. Ball is stolen by Connecticut. And a foul. Glenn Miller got the ball out, and he was fouled. As a matter of fact, tackled right around the 40-yard line. And so that's a foul on Western Kentucky. That's number 7 there over the limit. And another bad play for Western Kentucky. Connecticut will be shooting for the rest of the night on any foul.
And UConn being very good from the foul line. Thompson is 5 of 5. Hobbs is 4 of 4. And Corney Thompson coming out now, getting a standing ovation from the sellout crowd here at the Hartford Civic Center.
People are on their feet for Cornelius, who right now has 13 points and 18 rebounds. Of course, that's all unofficial. Connecticut was ranked number 6 in the nation in team defense entering the Classic with a 54.8 average. Last night they held Army to 60. And right now they've held Western Kentucky to 40.
Glenn Miller hitting the first of 2 free throws, a 1-and-1 situation. Now the bonus shot.
Miller is hitting better from the floor than he is from the foul line. And he hits the second one. Connecticut 61, Western Kentucky 40. Western Kentucky having problems inbounding the ball. Bobby Jones comes up, almost stolen by Vern Giscombe. He still has the ball. It's now loose on the floor, picked up by Wilson. His shot up, no good. Rebound, battle for underneath. Oh, nice diving play by Miller, but he can't control it. Western Kentucky gets the ball, and it goes to the hands of Gary Carver. Carver underneath to Mosley. Mosley shot up, and it falls through the hoop. 61-42. 2 points for Mosley, his first 2 of the night. And Western Kentucky, I believe, has only scored 10 points in the 10 minutes they've played in the second half. So let's attribute it to a very good defense by the Huskies. A nice press, the first time we've seen all year. Just go from 20. Off the rim, no good. Rebound underneath Bailey. Bailey fakes up, looking to go outside, and he gets it to the Morris Mountain. Chuck Alexanis, right-sided Glenn Miller. Miller out to Giscombe, and now they're going to slow it up and set up the defense. Man-to-man defense by Western Kentucky as Connecticut sets up the offense. Bailey on the right side, almost losing it. Gets it over to Alexanis. Alexanis out to Glenn Miller. Miller telling him to slow it up, taking control from Vern Giscombe, and he passed the ball on the right side to Bailey. Bailey underneath Alexanis. Alexanis turnaround jumper, in and out. Rebound Carver for Western Kentucky. Carver gives it to Jones. Jones streaking up the court, trying to run the game for Western Kentucky. Nice play by Alexanis as he steals the ball, comes up with it, and he's going to be called for a travel. Bad call by the ref as Alexanis tipped the ball up off the backboard and got the rebound, tried to dribble it out, but the referee has called him for traveling. And I can't agree with that. 61-42, Connecticut up by 19 with 8 minutes and 49 seconds left.
Both coaches not at all pleased with the officiating tonight as some substitutions for Connecticut. Mike McKay and Carl Hobbs in for Vern Giscombe and Norman Bailey. Bailey has 4 points tonight, as well as Giscombe, a basket in each of the 2 halves. And Western Kentucky inbounds the ball.
Jones has the ball left side to new man Ken Hatcher, who just checked into the game. Pass goes out and around to Kenny Ellis. Ellis looking to go underneath to get to the Jones. Jones left side to Hatcher again. Hatcher, Jones are playing around the perimeter. Ellis from 20. It's in and out. Hatcher with the rebound underneath. He fakes up, and its ball is in. And he's called. There's a foul called on the play. Foul on Bruce Kaczynski.
That'll be Bruce Kaczynski's 4th foul this evening, and
in limited play.
Bruce has been doing pretty well in there on the defense, but one more foul and he's out.
And Hatcher looking for a 3-point play, his first 3 points of the evening. 61-44. Huskies up by 17. Hatcher hits. Huskies up by 15, and Western Kentucky is pressing full court. 8.5 minutes exactly to go in the game. Carl Hobbs dribbling up. He's being guarded by Bobby Jones. And Hobbs going to the left side looking for Glenn Miller. He can't find him. He goes over to Mike McKay, who dribbles it between his legs unintentionally. Gets to the right side, Alexanis. Alexanis wide open. His shot no good. Rebound underneath by number 40, Gary Carver for Western Kentucky. WK coming back. It's Bobby Jones on the right side looking for Hatcher. He can't find him. And he gets it on the left side for Kenny Ellis. Ellis over to Carver. Carver right side to Hatcher. Hatcher from 20. In and out rebound. Chuck Alexanis for the foul called on the play.
Looks like it'll be on Alexanis, Harold, and if it is, that'll be his 3rd tonight.
I believe it's on number 40, Gary Carver, and Chuck will be on the line to shoot.
And Clem Haskins does not like that call, the coach of Western Kentucky.
Matter of fact, they announced it was Chuck Alexanis' foul, but it's not. As the referee's going over to check it over and saying, no, it's not.
7:59 left here in the second half. Connecticut 61, Western Kentucky 45. Official Ed Badakowski straightening it out, and Clem Haskins cannot believe it.
Last game, Connecticut players picked up some single-game bests versus Army. Chuck Alexanis' 10 rebounds was a season high. Mike McKay's 5 assists. Glenn Miller's 6 points. Norman Bailey's 2 assists. Vern Giscombe's 12 points and 3 assists were all highs. And Chuck hits his first of the 1-and-1.
Alexanis now 17 points on the evening. He's the high scorer all around, and looking for number 18.
And that number 18 that he just puts in there is his highest of the season. Connecticut 63, Western Kentucky 45. Looks like maybe both Connecticut big men will be on that all-tournament team, but we'll try to fill you in. Hopefully we can stay on the air for that. Kenny Ellis, left side to Bobby Jones. Jones in the corner to Hatcher. Hatcher fakes up, passes out to Jones again, and Jones and Hatcher passing the ball back and forth. Right side to Ellis. Ellis holding the ball high above his head, gets it over to Jones. Jones top of the key, left side to Hatcher. Connecticut in a 2-3 zone. Passing the right side again to Ellis. Ellis to the high post man, Gary Carver. He turns face to the basket and opts to pass the ball out to Bobby Jones. They're passing around the perimeter. 7.5 minutes. They don't have much time left. Connecticut 63, Western Kentucky 45. Jones now controlling the ball. Left side to Hatcher again. Hatcher looking to get the ball underneath to pass it back to Jones. No penetration at all from Western Kentucky. The crowd likes it. Right side to Ellis from 25. Swish. So Ellis comes up with a key basket. 63-47, 16-point Husky lead. And Hobbs taking his sweet old time crossing the half court. 7 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the contest. Hobbs dribbling the ball around. Top of the key to Cornelius Thompson. Over to Glenn Miller and down to Mike McKay. McKay drives baseline off the glass for 2. And for McKay, that's 5 points on the evening. Ellis comes up with the ball. He almost has it stolen by Hobbs, but Hobbs is called for a foul. And we have some substitutions into the game for Western Kentucky.
Mike Reese in for the Hilltoppers, as well as Craig McCormick and Gary Carver, as Clem Haskins put some of his big guns in. McCormick yet to score now in 33 minutes of this game. McCormick, their leading scorer. No points tonight.
Western Kentucky has the ball. Connecticut with only 5 team fouls. Western Kentucky over the limit. Hatcher with the ball on the left side over to Jones. Right side to Reese. Reese is a very good outside shooter. He pulls up, looks to shoot, pass underneath the Carver. Carver turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound Ellis. His shot up off the glass and in for 2. 65-49. 6.5 minutes to go in the game. Connecticut up by 16 points. And they were up by a lot in the first half, and then they slacked off and just took, I believe, a 4-point lead in the halftime. Ball on the ground, still loose, and picked up by Western Kentucky. Passed down by Mike Reese. He comes all the way down the court. No good, and a foul called, and it's rightfully called on Glenn Miller, who never kept his position. He just kept backpedaling with Reese. They both tumbled to the ground, and there'll be a foul on Miller, and he will be replaced in the game by Bobby Doolin.
Good hand for Glenn Miller, scoring 4 points on the evening, including two from the foul line, and we have a timeout on the court. So with 6:12 left in the second half, UConn 65, Western Kentucky 49. We'll be right back after this. Back here at the Hartford Civic Center, 6:12 left in the game. UConn 65, Western Kentucky 49. We'd like to thank Al Connor, our engineer, back at the studios over in WHUS, up in stores, lonely stores here over the semester break, and
he's done a fine job both nights. Last night he came in for doing a good job as technical director. Tonight he's pinch hitting for Mark Boudreau and doing another excellent job. Al Connor, we really thank him for being back at the studios.
And I'd like to thank Mark Boudreau for being here at the Civic Center tonight and lining up our halftime guest, Arnold Dean. A fine conversation I had with Arnold Dean at halftime, Harold, and I hope everybody out there enjoyed it.
65-49, Connecticut up by 16. And on the line to shoot will be Mike Reese, the co-captain out of Hopkinsville, Kentucky. Reese so far on the evening only has 8 points. 0 for 1 from the line. Reese's first shot up and no good. Reese dribbling the ball. Trying to cut Connecticut's lead to 15. Second shot. Off the rim, no good. He's 0 for 3, and Chuck Alexander pulls down the boards. Alexander hands it over to Hobbs. Hobbs makes a nice move around Bobby Jones, still dribbling the ball around. Almost loses it momentarily, gives it over to Thompson. Thompson quickly gives it back to the quarterback, Carl Hobbs. Hobbs passing the right side to McKay. McKay looking underneath. He gives it over to Thompson, top of the key. Thompson left side to Bobby Doolin. Doolin lobs it in underneath to Alex Innes. Nice move. It goes up and in.
20 points for Chuck Alex Innes, his season high.
And he's leading all scorers in this game for both teams. Connecticut 67, Western Kentucky 49. Connecticut finally getting the ball down low. Kentucky coming back the other way. Jones with a jumper off the board. No good. Rebound Hatcher. He puts it up and in. 67-51. And as I was saying, Connecticut really working to get that ball down low. As you can see from Chuck Alexander's points. Long pass to Alexander. Bang! He jammed that one in there. Gives Hobbs an assist. And it's now Connecticut 69, Western Kentucky 51. Clock running down. It's running 5:17 to go in the game. And bringing the ball across half court is Bobby Jones. Jones on the left side for White. White to Jones. Jones around to number 20, Mike Reese. And Reese in the corner to Hatcher. To pass the ball around. Reese from way outside. He gets no rim at all. And it's rebounded by Cornelius Thompson. Unofficially 19 rebounds for number 52 from Middletown, Connecticut. Hobbs dribbling the ball across half court. He's taking his time. Connecticut playing offense. Western Kentucky man-to-man defense. Hobbs out to Courtney Thompson. Thompson back out to Hobbs. Hobbs running the show. He's dribbling the ball around, talking to Bobby Doolin, talking to his team. Bounce pass down low to Chuck Alexander. Back out to Hobbs. Hobbs looking for Corney, but there's a foul on the play. It's going to be on number 40, Gary Carver, as Thompson worked for the position. And Carver gets the foul, and we'll have Thompson on the line to shoot.
Western Kentucky went over the limit with 10 minutes left in the second half. UConn yet to go over the limit, and UConn has a lot of free throw shooters who can put it in. Tonight they've done incredibly well from the line. Corney Thompson, 5 of 5 from the line, and he'll go there for a 1-and-1.
If you want to see this game again, it will be on Wednesday, December 31st at 5 p.m. And I believe that could be the first round game from last night. These are all on ESPN, the nation cable-wide TV. Thompson hits his first.
Harold, tonight's game will also be on at midnight for those of you who are listening and want to tune it in at midnight tonight on ESPN.
Other games from the Connecticut Mutual Classic will be at 8 a.m. on Thursday, January 1st, and 5 a.m. on Friday, January 2nd. So if you want to wake up nice and early after your New Year's celebration, you come and do that. Thompson hits his second one. Connecticut up by their largest margin of the night, 20 points, 71-51. 4 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the contest. Western Kentucky has the ball. Controlling it is Bobby Jones. Jones in the left corner for White. White back out to Jones. Connecticut playing that zone defense all throughout the second half, and it's worked beautifully. Right side to Ellis. Ellis looking underneath. He gets it out to Carver. Carver to a wide open Hatcher. Hatcher makes a move on Thompson. Misses the shot. And it's rebounded by Alex Innes, and there's a whistle and a foul as Alex Innes was pushed down to the floor.
The foul there will be on number 50, Percy White. That's his fourth. And we have a correction there. Gary Carver, his fourth. And Chuck Alexander will go to the line for a 1-and-1. Chuck, 22 points tonight, including 2 of 2 from the line.
On the season, coming into the game, 78% for the Morris Mountain. Connecticut shooting well from the floor and the line tonight. I'd like to see those final statistics. Whatever they are, they're going very nicely.
And a lot of free throws for Connecticut tonight.
Alex Innes misses his shot. Rebound underneath by Carver, and a whistle and a foul. This time, I believe it's on Mike McKay.
McKay, his first foul of the evening.
And they're now over the limit for the first time since late in the first half with 4 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the game. Connecticut 71, Western Kentucky 51. And on the line to shoot will be number 40, Gary Carver. Carver on the year, shooting a 46% clip from the free throw line, 5 for 11. Not very good at all, especially for a big man. Carver shot up, swish.
Western Kentucky hitting 10 of 15 from the line tonight, while UConn had an amazing 23 of 26 from the line, unofficially. Brian Teeter back in the lineup for the Hilltoppers.
Carver looking to take the second shot. Sellout crowd here at the Hartford Civic Center. Harold Darak along with Jeff Dobek. Second shot goes in.
Another substitute for Western Kentucky. Tony Wilson, one of the starters, sophomore, is back in the lineup. And
for Carver, who just got through making those 2 free throws, Carver on the night has 2 points, 2 for 2 from the line. Connecticut controlling the ball. 71-53, they're up on top. 18-point lead, Cornelius Thompson. Passes over to Carl Hobbs. Hobbs crosses the timeline, gets around Tony Wilson, and is now dribbling the ball. Hobbs looking to pass to Thompson, is intercepted by Kenny Hatcher, and the Teeter bringing the ball down the other way for Western Kentucky. Teeter, top of the key to Hatcher. Hatcher makes a nice move, jumper no good. Rebound tapped around. Thompson gets his 20th, and he gets fouled on top of it. I believe Connecticut's looking to play the four-corner stall for the last 3 minutes and 51 seconds of the game. Thompson will be on the line, and we should mention right now that Thompson needed only 13 points to break Jim Abramidis' career scoring record, and he has that. I believe he got that with about 2 or 3 minutes ago. Corney now has over 1,072 career points. He is now in 12th place on the all-time Huskies scoring list, so congratulations to Cornelius Thompson. Corney hits his first shot. He now has 16 on the night,
including 8 of 8 from the foul line. The Huskies 24 of 27 from the foul line.
Give him the MVP. That's all I say. My tournament team looks like the 2 Huskies would be Thompson and Alex Innes. For Western Kentucky, I don't know who would be. Thompson hits his second shot. 17 points on the night. 3 minutes and 51 seconds. Huskies up by 20. Western Kentucky coming down the other way. It's Ellis. He's in the corner. He gets it out to Hatcher. Hatcher left side to Teeter. Teeter down low to Wilson. Wilson over to Teeter. Teeter back to Hatcher. Hatcher right side to Ellis. Ellis a long jumper off. No good. And they're really shooting cold from the floor as they've been doing all night. Scramble on the floor and picked up by Thompson. And Thompson gives the ball to Hobbs. 3 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the game. Hobbs comes across half court. He slows the ball up. Looking for McKay, and he gives it to McKay. McKay holding the ball high above his head. Looking underneath, gets it to Thompson. Thompson almost loses it on the pass from Wilson. And Thompson gives it out to Doolin, and I think they're going to play the four corners. Doolin dribbling the ball around. He passes it out to Carl Hobbs on the right side. Hobbs looking for somebody. Now Hobbs will go out front. He gives it to Alex Sinnis at the foul line. Bang!
24 points for Chuck Alex Sinnis tonight.
And he's been shooting a lot. I'd like to see how his percentage is going. Wilson on the left side. Gets over to Teeter, top of the key. Long one from 20 off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound underneath Wilson, and he puts it up and through. For Wilson, that's his 9th point. And he would be my all-tournament pick from Western Kentucky, considering I think he hit 17 points the first game. He only has 9 here in the second game, so we'll have to see who they're going to give it to. Cornelius Thompson controlling the ball. Dribbling the ball around. They're going to go four corners. Carl Hobbs has it. 2.5 minutes to go, and we're going to have a timeout on the court. Connecticut wants to talk it over. With 2 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the game, it's Connecticut 75, Western Kentucky 55. Let's pause for this timeout.
2.5 minutes left in the final game of the Connecticut Mutual Classic. UConn 75, Western Kentucky 55. This is Jeff Dobek along with our play-by-play man today, Harold Darak. Chuck Alex Sinnis for the University of Connecticut. 18 points in the second half, 24 overall, 2 of 2 from the foul line. He could be the MVP tonight, if not Corny Thompson. Thompson, 20 rebounds unofficially tonight, 17 points tonight, 18 last night.
And it's almost silence coming from the hands of Craig McCormick. The 16.7 point per game man for the Western Kentucky team has yet to score. And Tony Wilson, Mr. TWA himself, Tony Wilson Airlines, not doing too much tonight, only 9 points and 3 fouls.
Clay Johnson and Bruce Kaczynski checking back into the UConn lineup. Chuck Alex Sinnis deserves a rest for his efforts tonight, as well as Bobby Doolin. They're both sitting down. And
for Johnson, it's his first time action as Connecticut passes in. Vern Giscombe goes back court. Bad pass by Mike McKay. And Western Kentucky will get the ball on the turnover. Teeter bringing the ball down court. Connecticut 2-3 defense, left side to Hatcher. Hatcher back out to Teeter. Teeter almost loses it to Giscombe, and he does lose it to Giscombe. Giscombe one-on-one with Mosley. Jumper from 10. It's off, no good. Rebound by Kaczynski. Tap to Johnson. Jumper, no good. Rebound, Giscombe. Giscombe underneath. He throws it up, no good. Foul on the play. Connecticut with a lot of offensive rebounds there. And Alex Sinnis is on the bench, and Corny Thompson was down the other end of the court. So the little men were picking up some nice rebounds. And the foul was called on Alex Mosley, his third of the game. And on the line to shoot the 1-and-1 will be Vernon Giscombe.
Giscombe tonight 0 for 1 from the foul line, 4 points overall, and he's got a 2-shot foul.
2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the contest. Connecticut up by 21 as Giscombe hits his first one, 76-55. And Jimmy Sullivan will now see some time for Corny Thompson, and listen to this. Cornelius Thompson, 17 points, unofficially 20 rebounds. Last night he had 18 points and 12 rebounds. Will definitely be on the all-tournament team, and my pick for the MVP in this tournament. Giscombe looking to take his second shot. And he puts it in also for Vernon on the night. He has 6 points. And in this tournament, so far he has 18 points. Western Kentucky loses the ball, goes out of bounds, and Connecticut will pick it up on the turnover. Sloppy ball handling by Western Kentucky, and Connecticut really dominating this whole game and taking their classic. Pass underneath lob to Bruce Kaczynski. He can't hold on to it, and coming up with it will be Carver for Western Kentucky as he dribbles across half court. Pass to Teeter. Teeter left side to Carver, goes out of bounds, and Connecticut will get it right back on the turnover. While we have this time, we'd like to wish everybody out there a safe and happy New Year's and a happy holiday to all people that are in our listening audience.
And UConn will make a couple more substitutions now. Craig Wood and Mark Benson are in for the Huskies, replacing Mike McKay. McKay leaves with 5 points tonight, and Bruce Kaczynski. Bruce had 3 points in the first half, and Wood and Benson again seeing action for the 3rd time this season.
Connecticut controlling the ball. Giscombe trying to break the press by himself, and he does it very nicely as he dribbled between about 4 Western Kentucky people. Minute 50 to go. Sullivan from 25. It's no good. Rebound tapped up by Benson and pulled down by Carver. Carver bringing the ball down, almost fouling somebody. Pass on the right side, left side of Teeter, goes out of bounds, and Connecticut has the ball.
Harold, I want to know who's the center out there with Benson, Sullivan, Clay Johnson, Giscombe, and Craig Wood.
Evidently it's Wood, I could tell. Underneath the pass, stolen. Hatcher throws a shot up, and it goes in. 77-57, Connecticut up by 20. Giscombe bringing the ball across half court. Bounce pass left side to Johnson. Rainbow! No good. Rebound underneath Benson. A whistle on the play and a foul called on Benson. 1 minute 28 seconds. It's scrub time here at the Connecticut Mutual Classic. Connecticut on top by 20, 77-57. And hopefully we'll get out the all-tournament team very quickly for you. We'll go back for after the game. We'll try to wrap it up, and we'll try to stay on the air to give you the all-tournament team.
Scott Blankenship checks into the Western Kentucky lineup. His first action since coming off academic probation. And Craig McCormick, their big scorer, held scoreless. He's sitting on the bench.
Unbelievable as they keep McCormick scoreless. Carver on the line to shoot the 1-and-1. First shot misses. Rebound underneath by Jimmy Sullivan. Sullivan dribbling the ball out, gives it over to Giscombe. 1:23, the clock's running. Connecticut up by 20. We hope you've enjoyed the Connecticut Mutual Classic on the Sound Alternative. WHUS Stores, Connecticut. Benson from 20. No good. Rebound underneath by Hatcher. And Western Kentucky loses the ball and is picked up by Giscombe, and Connecticut's going to slow it down. Giscombe left side into the corner for Sullivan. Sullivan from deep. In and out. Rebound underneath Giscombe. He puts it up and puts it in. Giscombe with 8 points, and the Connecticut fans love him. This is the best they've seen him in this Classic. 55 seconds to go in the contest. Right side for Carver. Carver looking to shoot, gets it out to Hatcher, stolen by Giscombe. Giscombe bringing it down. It's a 2-on-2. He makes a nice move around one man. Left side to Clay Johnson, and Johnson has a bad pass, and he goes into the corner to get it. Long jumper, Rainbow, no good. Rebound underneath Benson. Benson, turnaround jumper. He loses control, and it's picked up by Carver. 35 seconds. Teeter on the left side, loses it, stolen by Giscombe. 32 seconds. Giscombe loses it, and there's a foul on the play.